Hey everyone, it's Fedka coming at you with a how-to video. We're going to be looking at SLKR and Rey Tier 3. It's everyone's favorite tier, I know. It's fantastic. There's no RNG whatsoever. I love it. Was that convincing? I hope it was convincing, because I hated these. When I learned it, when I unlocked Rey originally, I hated it. I hate it now, but I have a strategy. It's fantastic. It is super simple. You strike, you parry, you strike, you parry. You strike, you parry, you strike, you parry. That's the TLDR. The only exception to this rule is whenever the enemy is starting the round off with feint, and that's for SLKR or Rey. And that's because if you strike in that position, then they're going to get a point. And you don't want that. So in that position, we would use parry, which causes them to strike their next turn. This isn't consistent, and I'd say less than 15% of the time this actually happens. And you know, that kind of goes hand in hand with this next scenario. Sometimes they will, SLKR or Rey will just want to strike over and over and over, which will kind of throw this off a little bit. And even then, you can typically come out with a winning round, even though you're just following the strike, parry, strike, parry, strike, parry. Even though they do a couple strikes in a row, because typically between, you know, the 3 strikes that they do in a row, the next one will probably be a feint because you just use strike. And you'll see that hopefully in the video. It might not do it. I had testing where it didn't happen, and then I had some testing where it did happen. So we'll see if it happens today, and y'all can see that hands-on. Anyway, let's get into it. This is going to be SLKR's first. When I'm in my unlock process right now, and I finished these off first because I knew I was going to hate it if I lost these tickets, and I didn't want it to be the last thing that I did. So I did it the first thing, and I didn't lose any of them. I've done it a few times more after that. I went back, played the Rey one just to make sure I'm not crazy. But this works great. I hope I can save y'all some tickets. It's fantastic. So always open up with strike. Get through all the dialogue here, blah, blah, blah. Alright, open strike. And from what I can tell, the AI for Rey and SLKR are programmed to, most of the time, unless they're being like aggressive mode, Super Saiyan, to feint after you use strike. So if you use parry, immediately after you strike, it should reset their points back to 0. And then you just strike again. She uses strike, that's fine. I'm at 2 points now. Because I struck, she should use feint. I'm gonna parry. Wonderful. And that's the rotation. I strike one more time here, she's gonna strike as well, because after I parry, she's programmed most of the time to strike. I don't think I've ever seen it to where I parried and she didn't strike. Moving forward, I strike, finish off the round. Okay, so this is the one scenario that you do not want to strike, because if I strike when she uses feint here, it's going to give her 1 point, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to use parry here. It's going to make it to where nothing happens, which is fine, but it's going to make it to where she strikes this next round. This is another thing. She just gets confused. Yeah, is this CG trying to be nice to us? Did they know this RNG fest was just abysmal, and they wanted to be like, hey, why don't we just throw them a bone here? And, you know, sometimes they just won't do anything. I don't know. Y'all be the judge on that. I think judging CG is a little bit above my pay grade. Alright, so we parry, then we strike, and she's been confused, what, 3 times in a row now? That's crazy. Alright, so I struck. She should feint here. There's the feint. I love this strategy. I'm sure it saved me some tickets doing it this way. I hope it saves y'all some tickets. I love this. It makes my day, knowing that I can do this with this super simple strategy. And I want to pass this on to y'all. I don't think I saw any videos talking about this when I originally went through it. Look at that. I love it. Reset her points. I hit the wrong button there. That kind of worked out, but I'm going to strike here because I don't know what's going to happen. Well, I won that. Do not hit feint. I've never hit feint, and I just misclicked it there. She feinted here, so again, this is the one scenario where you don't hit strike on opening. I'm going to parry here, which should make her strike next turn, and I will strike as well. Now I'm going to parry. She's just confused, which is wonderful. I'm gonna strike again. She should faint. No, she's being aggressive. Okay, she fainted, so that's great. Reset her points, and that's gonna be a win for Rey. And I'm full health. I did not lose at all. There might be better guides out there for speed, but this is the safest way I have found to do these battles without losing once. I'm almost up to my 10th win in a row. That's pretty good. I think that was my 9th run that I've done since unlocking SLKR, and that doesn't include the wins that I got originally, you know, what was it, 2 years ago for Rey? Alright. Just to prove to y'all I'm not crazy, this does work for Rey as well. So let's go to tier 3 here, jump into the battle. Always opening up with strike. Gotta get through this dialogue. Alright. Opening strike. He got confused, which is kind of cool. Because I struck, he should use feint. I'm gonna use parry. I'm gonna use strike again. Because I did that, he should parry, or he should feint. I'm gonna parry. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. He was just being really aggressive for no apparent reason. I'm not sure why they do this sometimes. They just use strike back to back. So right here, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna strike, and so will he, and we're both gonna get 3 points. I'm assuming next round, I don't know, I guess he got confused, so he didn't use his damage ability. So we're going to see how this works out. He should do damage to me next turn. That's how it's worked in the past whenever I'm tied like that. It looks like that's not what happened. Interesting. So I guess you can get lucky sometimes, and if they get 3 stacks, they can just get confused. I've never seen that before. Have y'all seen it? Comment in the comment section, please. That's crazy. So I used strike, he used feint, I'm going to use parry again, he's going to lose that point, and then I'm going to strike again. Puts me at 2 points. I'm going to use parry here, he should feint. He's being aggressive again, that's fine. I'm going to strike here, he's confused so he's not going to do anything, and I won that round. I strike. Because I struck, he should feint. I'm gonna parry. There's the feint. And I don't know what the % chance of him actually using strike instead of feint after you use a strike. It seems pretty low because this has been pretty consistent. As you can see, it should work out almost every time. When you strike, he should feint. So we're going to both hit 3 here. This is where we should both do damage to each other. He did 25% to me. I do 25% to him immediately after. That's fine. I'm going to use strike here. Then I'm going to parry. I'm going to use strike again. I'm gonna parry. And that's a win on that side. Even if at the beginning it didn't glitch out, I still would have been at 50% here, which would have tied my worst run that I've had in the past 10 runs. The strategy works. I hope it helps y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button, or hit the dislike button if you didn't like it. Comment down below why you didn't. Follow my Twitch or subscribe here to catch my live streams. My primary streams are on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's for GAC, of course. Kyber 2, uphill battle most days with my 6.5 mil GP. Most days I'm fighting 7s and 8s, so it's a lot of fun though. Come strategize with me, and I love hearing from y'all. Additionally, you can join my Discord. I'm happy to help y'all out in any way I can. I love making this video, so comment down below. Let me know what other videos or guides you want me to create, and, you know, I'll do it. I'm here to help y'all. There's some particularly difficult events that I would love helping people out with. Rey's ultimate battle, in particular, can be very difficult. The speed and the kill order are very important, and losing those tickets it really sucks. So reach out. Let me help you. I'm a resource for y'all. Take advantage of it. Help me help you. That being said, y'all have a great day, and may the Force be with you. Later!